Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, we like to give all praises, honor, and glory to the Heavenly Father, which his name is Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakah Kodesh. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, love, and salutation to the brethren across the four corners of the earth, pushing the gospel of Yahweh Shai, instant, in season, and out of season. Easy brother Tazoa here from Trinidad GMS camp, coming back to do a little edification. And by now, we all know that the amount of sorcery, the amount of evil spirits disguised as good in the world today is a shame. To know to discern between the both, you really have to dig down and be vibrating on a very balanced spiritual level. And the only balanced spiritual level to vibrate on is in Yahweh Bahashim Yahushai. Now every man entitled, according to his dispensation, to believe in what he wants to believe in. But we know that there is one truth, there is but one God, there is but one almighty power, and there is but one doctrine. That is what we know. So this morning we're going to deal with evil spirits disguised as good. Right? Evil spirits disguised as good, because at the end of the day, it will have all type of seducing spirits coming outside here to sway your way and your mind and your life, and they will come in many different forms and fashion to try and entreat you to feel some type of way about certain physical shortcomings. You know? But in a system like this, unless a man working for plenty money, you will have to come short in certain areas. Because 1 month you're going to have to do this, the next thing you're going to be left out, the next month you're going to go back to it, and you're going to have to juggle. That is the life of a normal, average, working class person to get by. Now everybody, the majority of people have an idea in their head, especially these women, have an idea in their head that everything should be well taken care of at all times. That is if you have a man who working for a certain amount of money. But a normal man have to balance his life off according to his means. Right? A majority of these women and them, they ain't doing nothing for themselves either. Right? They ain't doing nothing for themselves either, but you know, that is just the doctrine that the world push. So let me hear the conclusion of the whole matter. What's supposed to be the main thing? This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 12 and verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear God and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of man. And you know, many a times, to the unlearned and the unrighteous, they would persecute somebody who doing righteousness. But ignorance is a thing good and get them destroyed. And it has some of them that just need to perish because they refuse to accept the truth. Right? This is the book of 2 Thessalonians. Let me just get this precept here. The Heavenly Father has no pleasure in them. Right? I'm going to read, because they come instead of the rulers of the earth, and the rulers of the earth come instead of Satan. The rulers of the earth is the Edomites, the so-called Caucasians, the descendant of Jacob. We're not afraid to say that. Who could understand will understand. Who cannot understand, well, hey, that is just, hey, you just go ahead doing your own thing, living your own life how you see possible. And when time and time pass, you will understand that you were standing in great error. Because the majority of people standing in great error. You see? And how to know you're standing in error? You have to match it up to the word of the Heavenly Father. But people so perverse right now, they don't even believe in the way of God, or to find the way of God should bend to their will. But however, you're in for a rude awakening. This is the book of 2 Thessalonians, starting from verse 3. Let no man deceive you by any means. For that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first, and the man of sin be revealed, the son of perdition. And that is, without a doubt, the Edomites who live on the face of the earth today. In particular, the World Banking family and all those 1%ers who opposed and exalted himself above all that is called God. Because every creature is supposed to have respect for their creator in some form or fashion, and these people have absolutely no type of respect in them. And this is just, they was just created that way to be an example unto the rest of creation, that if you fall away from balance, if you fall away from reverence to the Heavenly Father, you will end up like how these people going and end up, right? Who exalted himself above all that is called God, that is worship, so that he, as God, sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God, right? And many people don't know the history behind the Roman Catholic Church and how they come to be, but the Roman Catholic Pope claims that he is the vicar of so-called Christ, the Hamashiach, and he have the power to forgive sins. It only have one person with the power to forgive sins, which is Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Remember ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you of these things, and now ye knew what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. Right? So the Most High basically just letting it be how it have to be until a certain time is fulfilled. Now we could get fed up, we could get tired, how much we want, until the certain time that the Heavenly Father put for things to be revealed in has been revealed. That is just, you have to wait and watch the prophecies and pay attention to what's going on, and many people not doing that. Because once you pay attention to what's going on, you'll understand that, hey, everything on track. It's just for the Heavenly Father's time to come into play. Alright? We're going on here. For the mystery of iniquity doeth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way. That is the Heavenly Father. Only the Heavenly Father will have the power to let things happen and then stop it abruptly. Right? That is the power of the Heavenly Father. It says here, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming. And that is partly the chariots and partly the men who will be prophesying and revealing the truth unto those that who will receive it. Because the honest truth about majority of individuals is that don't care two shits about anything concerning truth and righteousness and deciphering good and bad, negative and positive. However you want to put it, they don't have any clue to do with that. Alright, so this is a thing that there's a few special people outside here that need to get their act together. You understand? And then the Heavenly Father going and do what? According to Isaiah chapter 22, this iniquity shall not be purged from them until they die. The rest of them just going and have to die. That is the only way. It goes on to say, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs of lying wonders. And that is the Edomites. That is the Edomites. Right? And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them not perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And that is where it all comes down to. Somebody being able to receive the certain knowledge set that's going to be able to take effect. Because it has many knowledge, it has many doctrines outside here. That's the song real positive, and the song that's be disguised as good. The song real positive, but when you really check it out, it have no effect to be taken of it. It's just air blowing. Eloquent air being blown out of somebody's mouth. That is all it does be. It says here, and for this cause, God shall send them a strong delusion. And that is people, that is God doing this, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, doing people this on purpose. And for this cause, God shall send them a strong delusion that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not in the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. And many people have pleasure in unrighteousness. Many of them take pleasure in sensuality, right? Many of them take pleasure in sensuality and pleasing the flesh. But the Heavenly Father is not about those that will please the flesh. No. The Heavenly Father is about them that would make sacrifices unto Him and glorify His holy name. That is what it is about right now. So, this was my short contribution for today. Brakatay Hawa, Brakatay Yahushai, Kal Halal, Alahayanawa, Yahawah Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem Rakakodash. Mawat Lababal, Kom Yasharala. Shalom.